Right folks, good morning. Welcome to another episode of off-road riding my way, my style. Not always a good style, but I give it my best shot and that's what counts. So I've never done this route before. Again, I've seen it on YouTube. I'm going to ride it first of all, and then when I get to the other end, I'll explain to you where it is, what the route's called, and it may well be that many of you actually recognise it while I'm riding it. I'm sure you will if you're into a bit of green laning and that sort of stuff. A bit windy today, but other than that, it's a cracking day, relatively dry. I'm expecting to encounter a little bit of rain, possibly, while I'm going over this route, but we shall see what happens. So, and hopefully, I think I mentioned on one of my previous videos quite recently that I've got the Michelin trackers installed, or not installed, fitted on these wheels now. So, possibly, I may have more success than I've had previously. Right, let's just get around here first. See where this takes me. So I may not do much talking during this because I want to focus on what I'm doing. In fact, let's just stop, make sure I've got my camera rigged up right. Actually, something I should have checked. Yeah, you can see the handlebars there, that's not too bad. Lovely view. Again, some of you might well recognise it. Right, less talking, more riding. Let's see what happens. So at least I've managed to remember to put it into riding mode 2, something I usually forget. So I genuinely haven't done this before. I've seen it on YouTube and that's about it. Quite a few gates on it, but hopefully not too many. Alright, which way does that open? Bit of a tree there that's fallen down. That should do that. Might as well just push it through and so rather than getting on riding it, etc. That's a bit soft. And that's locked. Take a bit of a cheat route up here. I appear to have failed miserably already. Okay, Let me just come down here. I thought I'd get up there, you know. Let's see where this goes. See if I can get around that. It may well be that that wasn't the actual route. But I have a feeling it was, you know. Where does this go? Yeah, this is just a dead end, this, isn't it? What does it say? Quarry, no access. Let's just see if I can go on here though a little bit. Well, there's obviously been some 4x4 on here. Let me just get my bearings. I ain't convinced. I wonder if this is just for farmers. I think I should be up there, you know. Let's give it another go. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be coming this way somehow. Probably could. Bloody windy. This grass is very, oh I say grass, the ground is very soft. I hope I don't have to abandon this. So that's the quarry entrance. So this track is probably just for access to that side of the quarry. It could be, couldn't it? Let's have a look at this. Just get off. I'll have a wander. Oh, bloody hell. Can't even get off that bike. So that's what I've just tried climbing up from down there. But that looks a little bit severe. Let me just come a bit higher up here, see if there's a way around. It looks like some vehicles have possibly been coming up this grass. So if I get up here, I do have to get up here, okay? Seems to go on for quite a bit though, doesn't it? Let's see if it levels out. Some sort of an animal bone there. Oh, bloody hell. I'm out of shape. Yeah. So once you get there, that's not too bad, is it? Right, let's have another go. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, you know. Well, wind nearly blew me over then. Oh dear, I'm a bit disappointed with that. It's starting to rain a bit now. Well, all I can say is fair play to those that have done this. Maybe the ground's too soft. Yes, it's starting to rain. Which way did I come here? Wonder where that goes. Let me go have a quick look down here. Another dead end. Well, that's obviously private property there, that's not part of the byway. Yeah, I don't know who's tipped all that hardcore there, but I think they've gone a bit daft, putting too much down. We need to take people like me into consideration. So I'm just using my clutch here, engine off. This is proper steep. Yeah, because you can see my tyre tracks there. Let me just freewheel it down here. Right. I was hoping it'd be like this, you know, rocky surface, but not like I'm riding through a quarry. I wonder if I'd be better off doing that on something like a 350. If only I had one. It's a shame I haven't got a 350cc Husky. Something like that, that'd be okay, wouldn't it, for getting over there? Much lighter than this. Something fitted with tubeless tyres. Built for the job. I wonder if that would be any better. Well, maybe I should have bought one. Not that I regret getting this. I've had some fun on this. I have no intention of getting rid of it. But yeah, it just makes you wonder, doesn't it, whether a little 350 Husky, I think they do an FE 350, 250, something like that. Yeah, I think this track is definitely one with my level of skill, ability, or lack of ability. It needs to be done in the dry. Well folks, I'm sorry about that. I didn't go to plan. Now what am I going to do? We have a motto up in Yorkshire. I say we've got a motto, I've just invented it. If all else fails, go to the pub. Stay there. Well, it could even take off, couldn't it, that motto? It's got a bit of a ring to it. Right, I'll take this rear camera off. Simply because it covers up a bit too much of the number plate. Right, stick that back into traction mode 1 or mode 1. There we go. Right, there's a nice pub down here, the King's Head Arms. I'll go there. Should be open by now. It must be maybe 1 o'clock. So I'll go there and go see if I can get myself a bite to eat and a drink. Right, well that didn't work out as planned, folks, did it? As you've seen. And the plan was that when I got to the other side of that trail, I was obviously going to then just disclose to you where it was and give you a bit of feedback about how easy it was. Starting off with how easy it was, I didn't even get up the beginning, did I? Too wet, too deep with gravel. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise, considering the weather's now turning a bit iffy. But yeah, I'll definitely come back here and do this again. I know I keep saying that with all my other trails, and I am revisiting them slowly and have already done so with 1 or 2, as you'll see from the videos. But where is it? So that trail that I very miserably attempted there and failed catastrophically was the Old Coach Road, which is just on the outskirts of Keswick. If you put it into a sat nav, it's basically, it'll come up as Cumbria. So just Old Coach Road, Cumbria, and it'll take you there. So that is it, folks. Let's just carry on down here. I'll go to that pub. Really nice pub down here. And then I might just wrap the video up. So there's a landmark for you, Fawnside Farm. So it's possibly a mile, give or take, further north than that on this road. This road's in the right state, some size up potholes. The Lodge in the Vale, that's nice accommodation there. We nearly stopped there once, but stayed at the King's Head Arms down here instead. The King's Head Inn, I think I called it the King's Arms, the King's Head. We're going to park it where it's not going to get blown over. This will do, I think. It's quite sheltered here. So let's just see how far I am away from Ambleside. Oops, in Spelltown. Ambleside. Go to Ambleside. Alright, arrive at 1:30, so it's obviously not too late, or I'm not very far away from it. Right, I'll go get a drink in here and then I'll come back to you. I don't want to shortchange you with video footage, so let's keep the video rolling. Right, I'm back with you and off we go, heading to Ambleside. I don't think it's too far from here. So this just is clear evidence of how changeable the weather is up in the lakes. I know many of you that are familiar with this area will obviously already know that you can experience so many different seasons up here in one day and throughout the day. So we've got one of the lakes to the side of me there, not quite sure which one it is. Yeah, so in hindsight it was probably a good idea that I didn't push on that route, because if I'd have got into difficulty and then been exposed to these bad elements like this, but that's sod's law, isn't it? Yeah, I think also it might have been more prudent of me if I'd have done it the other way around, from Dockeray through to Keswick. Maybe I'd have been better off coming down that gravel rather than attempting to get up it. I just thought I'd have more success, to be fair, getting up it, but clearly not. Day now. It was quite nice earlier. It was even warm in one or two places. There's a lot of water coming down there, so I keep seeing little waterfalls or flows of water coming down from the countryside, the hillside, down little rocky pools. Like there's another one down there, you probably can't see it because of the you know, it's so far down. But yeah, there's certainly a high volume of water flowing there. There's seriously had some water up this neck of the woods. Straight on here for Ambleside. So just 8 miles away from Windermere here. There's a steady flow of traffic. Still quite busy even for this time of the year, which is the end of March. There's a picnic area down there, it's well flooded. Well, I did check the forecast before I set off, and it said that there was a chance of rain, not that it was going to rain. So I think they got the forecast a little bit wrong. You can see there all the water coming through the dry stone walling. Everything must be just sodden. And here we are coming into Ambleside. Welcome to Ambleside. So we'll have a quick ride through Ambleside. Although I have featured it before on a few of my other videos, so I'm sure if you're a regular watcher of my vids, you'll have seen this town before. Oh, I like that. Loads of sort of outdoory type places, and pubs and restaurants and cafes and knickknacks, souvenirs, art shops, bicycle shops, rent a bike, rent an e-bike, you name it, it's here. Right folks, if you've stuck it out this far in the video, thank you very much indeed. A failed attempt in some respects on that little byway open to all traffic, which, as I said to you, was called the old coach road, but nevertheless it's an experience, and I think in future when it gets a bit drier I'll do it from the other end, which is Dockeray, back towards Keswick side. I might have a bit more success then. So I don't like mentioning this, but it's been there on my on the home screen of my YouTube channel page for a while. I'll put a quick snapshot of a screenshot up on screen now, but basically top right of the main page of my YouTube channel there's a little icon there, buy me a coffee. If you enjoy watching the type of videos that I produce, and if you want to support the channel in ways other than just watching and subscribing and liking and leaving a comment, and I do appreciate that on its own, but if you want to do a little bit more and you'd like to sort of buy me a coffee, or in my case a hot chocolate because I don't drink coffee, you can click on that icon, and for as little as £2 you can basically help to support this channel financially by doing what I've said. Buy me a coffee, or I can put it towards a bit of fuel, anything of that nature, and it all helps me keep this channel running, and it helps me with the expenses which are obviously incurred in running a channel like this, getting out on the bike and so on. So but as I said, no need for you to do that if you don't want to. I just appreciate people viewing it. But I did have my very first supporter who used that a couple of weeks or so ago, and Duncan, you know who you are, thank you very much once again for doing that. It wasn't necessary for what I did for you, but I do appreciate it wholeheartedly. So yep, that's it. I'll wrap the video up. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, usual stuff. You all know what to do by now, I'm sure, and I'll catch up with you on the video. Ta-da for now folks.